The response to her was tepid. We all noticed. It didn't feel right. So said a Conservative MP recollecting the atmosphere among fellow MPs the first time that Liz Truss addressed them as Prime Minister. It was Tuesday, the 6th of September, 2022. Her premiership was just hours old, and the omens were not good. When David Cameron came to speak to us after making the deal to form the coalition government in 2010, the MPs cheered ecstatically, recalled another MP. They did so again when Boris Johnson first appeared before us after winning the December 2019 general election. Even when Theresa May first met us after seeing our majority wiped out in the 2017 general election, there was far more enthusiasm than there was for Liz Truss. She must have felt it. Not since 1945 had an incoming Conservative leader been greeted with such little excitement by their MPs. Indeed, it is doubtful if any new Conservative PM since 1832 had ever had such a sceptical reception. What had happened? Many Conservative MPs never accepted the result of the leadership election, explained the MP. They refused to accept that Rishi Sunak had lost. The campaign to unseat Truss started the very day her election was announced. Not all expected Liz Truss to emerge as the successor to Boris Johnson as Prime Minister. Not even she herself. Many Tory MPs and a majority of party members in the country never wanted him to go. Yet in the 2 months between Johnson announcing his resignation on the 7th of July and the announcement of her victory in the leadership competition on the 5th of September, Truss prevailed. In the process, her premiership was holed below the waterline before it even left the harbour. Deciding to run, 7th to the 12th of July. Come back immediately. The atmosphere is worse even than when we last spoke. The mood in the Conservative Party is beyond recovery. Cabinet Minister and Truss loyalist Simon Clarke texted these words to her at 8 a.m. on Thursday the 7th of July, just hours before Johnson announced his resignation. Most inconveniently, Truss was 7,000 miles away in Indonesia for a G20 meeting in her capacity as Foreign Secretary. In the intense tropical heat, she was in a cold funk. The story began 36 hours earlier. Health Secretary Sajid Javid and Chancellor Rishi Sunak had resigned within minutes of each other on Tuesday the 5th of July, sparking speculation that Johnson would be gone within days. Should Truss leave London at all for her imminent trip while her leadership rivals were making hay? But she was mindful of the damage it could do to her cause if she was seen to be abandoning her duty while Johnson was still trying to resurrect his premiership. So she left as planned with a small team on the government's sleek Airbus A321, putting in a stopover at Dubai to refuel. She spoke to Nick Katsaras, her Foreign Office Principal Private Secretary, when the plane touched down in the Gulf, still in two minds about whether to continue further east. Conscious of the positive publicity of her high-profile summit in Bali with Russian Foreign Affairs Minister Sergei Lavrov, given her strong stance on the war in Ukraine, she was torn between duty and the possibility of the premiership. Tim Barrow, the Foreign Office political director accompanying her on the trip, counselled pressing on too, as did her husband, Hugh O'Leary. She always listened carefully and respected Hugh's advice, said an aide. But her close trio of young special advisers, Adam Jones, Jamie Hope and Sophie Jarvis, thought differently after reading The Runes in London. For years these three had loyally served Truss, and it was partly due to their hard work that she was even in contention in the first place. Fraught conversations followed with her team and supporters. She was also talking to her closest ministerial ally, Work and Pensions Secretary Theresa Coffey, and to her potential rival, Defence Secretary Ben Wallace, who said she should stay. She was very careful not to say she was standing, but that she was merely checking in with friendly MPs to see how they were feeling, said aide Sarah Ludlow, accompanying her on the trip.